A drive through rural Madison County shows a landscape of farms, antique shops, and corner stores. It is economically one of the poorest counties in the state, but a few people are determined, with just one crop, to re-energize the fertile farm country.
Saw a hop plant, I was hooked. So we got a few plants, and now you can see where we are now.
Kate Fisher and her husband Larry own Foothill Farms, and on just 3 acres, they grow hops, a primary ingredient in beer. They started with 100 plants 11 years ago. Today, they are a booming business thanks to demand from the local brewing industry, and what the Fishers say is a perfect climate for growing.
The soil conditions, the moisture and stuff. Pretty much the hops that I grow here are similar in variety to what's grown in England.
Hops are a strong perennial plant growing up strings in a field called a hops field. Their bitter and tangy flavor are essential to balancing the sweet flavor of malt in beer.
So to have a nice balanced beer beverage, the hops would do that. Prior to hops, they used a lot of different other kinds of herbs and roots.
During the 19th century, the country's brewmasters depended on Madison County, known then as the hops capital of America, able to produce 35 million pounds a year. Its only real competitors were in Germany and England. But in 1919, the 18th Amendment of the Constitution changed everything.
99.9% of the hops grown in the world go into beer. So without a market for beer, there's no market for hops.
During Prohibition, Madison County's hops farmers were forced to move to other crops. Today, along county roads, you can still see the remnants of old kilns known as hops houses used to harvest and dry the crop.
Look around, you're looking for barns close to the road that are tall and narrow. They seem out of proportion to you. You would look for barns that might have a 4-sided pyramid type roof.
Foothill Farms is one of 3 farms in upstate New York that sells its hops to local craft breweries, including Empire Brewing Company in Armory Square. Owner David Kadaleski says using locally grown hops in his beer not only helps the local economy, but helps improve the overall taste of beer.
That particular hop really, I think, evokes a lot of the natural and immediate surrounding terroir. So you get a lot of the local flavor within the hop.
New York State currently has more than 70 local breweries. Just last week, Governor Andrew Cuomo showed his support for a new legislation that would allow for local breweries to sell beer on site as long as locally grown hops were used in the beer making process.
It allows me to expand my business, and I think ultimately it's going to create probably another 70 jobs in Madison County.
As Kadaleski is eager to plan for the future, so too are the Fishers, hoping for a new beginning in Madison County, a hope that includes turning history into reality for the one-time hops capital of America. Reporting in Madison County for NCC News, I'm Sara Juedes.